everyone, good afternoon. Darrell here from the Central Oregon Daily Weather Center, and we're about to do a deep dive into your most reliable forecast because through the next couple of days, we do have this lingering chance of afternoon thunderstorm activity. Temperatures are heating up quite a bit, and winds are still going to be breezy through each afternoon. We're also tracking the progression of several fires across our Tri-County area, or I should say in and around Central Oregon. But let's start off with what's happening right here and right now. When we look outside, we have a mixture of sunshine and cloud cover. There's a little bit of haze, but our air quality is sitting in the green. We have good air quality when it comes to the hourly averages from the DEQ as well as the real-time sensors from East Space, which is a local company that helps us out. Now, winds are coming out of the north. It has been a little breezy at times, and here is a quick look at the fire rundown. We're focusing on fire evacuation zones with this graphic. Around the Cram fire, we continue to see the evacuation zones squeeze in, and as they shrink, that's definitely good news. Firefighters are really getting at it, and it looks like they're helping to improve the situation. We still have a level 1 be ready evacuation, for Simnasho, and that's because of the Butte Creek fire. So still some level 3, 2, and 1 evacuations for the Cram fire. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and look at some of the details. Still 95,000 plus acres, but it's 73% containment. We don't have any recent hot spots, even though winds have been breezy at times. Moving a little further over to the east, over to the west, the Butte Creek fire. This is one of the most recent ones. It's on the Warm Springs Reservation, and we still have some hot spots with this one, so it does continue to grow a little bit more, and it's just to the west of Simnasho, and it's 30% containment, but at 2,000 acres, and a little closer to Warm Springs, just south of Warm Springs, actually. There is the Greeley Heights fire. It's at 381 acres, but 0% containment. So we're continuing to track the progression of all three of those fires. Remember, our air quality is still in the green as of this afternoon. So when we go ahead and look a little further out, what we're going to notice is through the next couple of days, a little bit more haze, some smoke is going to be possible across parts of the high desert, unless we actually get some showers to help clear that out. So through tonight, not too bad, even during the early morning hours, unless you're in Jefferson County. Some of that smoke from the Butte Creek fire is going to be coming into parts of the Tri-County area. We're talking areas of reduced air quality, maybe getting down to poor air quality, but by the time we get to Thursday morning, Wednesday night and Thursday morning, a little bit more smoke coming from other parts of the region. Now, satellite radar does show that there are some scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, most of that over eastern and north central Oregon. Let me go ahead and zoom in real quick so we can get a little closer look. Looks like there has been a little bit of convection starting to pop up on radar through the Cascades. We're tracking each and every cell that develops, because remember, today and tomorrow, that is the target time where we're looking at this potential of some thunderstorms, maybe even on Thursday. But you'll see with the forecast model, Thursday keeps it a little further to the south. Now, looking at the bigger picture, there's a couple other things we're tracking. First, a very broad and strong ridge of high pressure out over the Pacific Ocean. Second, another high over the Four Corners region. Actually, it's more like southwestern U.S., more like California, Nevada, and some of those areas, but that is going to build into our neck of the woods as well. So we have a couple things working in our favor for less in the way of thunderstorm activity, but there is still going to be that chance for some thunderstorms during the next couple afternoons. And here's what I'm talking about. Here is a high-resolution forecast model. So it shows where we have those clouds this afternoon, those thin out, we get clearing, we're back to clear conditions through the rest of tonight. By tomorrow, we start off sunny. Some afternoon clouds are expected freeze-free at 2 p.m. This is where we start to see some of those showers developing on the east slopes of the Cascades, and some of that convection could come into the rest of Central Oregon down to the 97 corridor. It's going to be few and far between if we get any thunderstorms, but there is that chance. By the time we get to Thursday, most of the convection staying well to our south with thunderstorm activity, and a few of those could drift up into parts of the Tri-County area. Now, as we go forward through the next couple of days, we are drying out a lot. Right now, relative humidity values aren't too bad. It's dry, don't get me wrong, but we mostly have 20s and 30s, a few teens on the map. Now, when you get to teens with a few single digits, that's critical fire weather conditions as far as a very dry atmosphere. We're not quite there, but we will be getting there through the next couple of days. In fact, I'm going to pause real quick. We're going to look at a different forecast model, and this one is just going to show fire weather concerns, fire weather risk, I should say. So through the rest of today, moderate at worst, and overnight we get back down to low probability or low fire weather risk. By tomorrow afternoon, that picks up to moderate with a few spots inching up towards high, just not a lot. And then by Thursday, we crank that up even more. So Thursday and Friday are going to be the highest risk of thunderstorm or of fire weather risks that we're expecting because of the dry conditions and stronger winds. Now, when it comes to temperatures today, most of us topped out in the 80s, few 70s, 91 in Warm Springs. And a quick look at those current temperatures, and we're sitting in the 80s, still have 91 at Warm Springs with a few more 70s on the map, some of those 70s on the east slopes of the Cascades. Nevertheless, we're still running between 4 and 10 degrees, really 2 and 10 degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. Now tonight we fall back into the 50s with a few 40s. Tomorrow we warm back up even more. We're bringing the heat tomorrow with highs in the 90s and some 80s. And with that, we have that chance of some PM showers. Any showers that develop, we're going to be tracking for their thunderstorm potential, and the UV cast is cranking up to very high through the next several days as well. Now, when it comes to a different way of looking at our forecast model, this is what we refer to as, or this is a geopotential height product, and it helps us know the thickness of the atmosphere. Really helps us focus in on high pressures, low pressures, and a few other things, what's happening between them. But by tomorrow afternoon, some showers, highs in the 90s with a few 80s. By Thursday, high pressure builds at a little bit more. Sunshine for most of us with a few afternoon clouds, 90s and some 80s possible. Remember, most of the showers, most of the thunderstorms well to our south. Then by Friday, seasonal conditions back in the mid to upper 80s. So we truly have these roller coaster temperatures with another chance of a few sprinkles by Saturday as our temperatures are going to be bottoming out. And then going past that altogether, we are looking at a few more changes. I'm going to go forward real quick through a forecast model, and it shows some showers possible tomorrow afternoon. By Thursday, most of it stays to our south, some thunderstorms down there. And by Friday, a mixture of sunshine and cloud cover, but still remaining dry on the high desert. So between now and Thursday at 11 p.m., some of us do get a little wet. Some thunderstorms are possible. Meanwhile, when it comes to winds, gusts aren't too bad, and wind speeds are not too bad at all, really. 5 to 15 miles per hour gusts up to 20 at times. And we keep that trend through the next couple of days. So tapering off to a gentle breeze overnight, breezy at times by the afternoon and evening. By Thursday, wind speeds pick up a little bit more, and that's when we really start to hone in on that risk of fire weather conditions. So for tonight, 50s and a few 40s. By Wednesday, we're looking at 80s and 90s with some showers possible. And again, any showers that develop, we're tracking for thunderstorm potential. It heats up even more Thursday. By Friday and Saturday, a modest dip in temperatures, keeping us near average for this time of the year, then cranking up those temperatures again by the beginning of the next week and introducing another chance of precipitation. So here are your headlines for this Tuesday, July the 22nd. Our heat rebounds quickly. That's today and tomorrow. PM storms are expected. Or there is a chance of PM thunderstorms. They're not expected, there's only a chance. The expectation is a little further to our south. But winds are going to be breezy with dry afternoon conditions, and that just spells bad news for fire weather conditions. So that's the latest in weather. Join us tonight on Central Oregon Daily News. Starts in just a couple of minutes on ABC. Again at 11 on ABC, then at 6, 7, and 11 on CBS. We'll see you then.